Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're digging into something that, well, it's home for a lot of us. You know that feeling. You work hard, really hard, but somehow you still feel like you're living paycheck to paycheck, just treading water.
It's a common frustration.
Totally. So our deep dive today tackles exactly that. It's based on this really insightful piece called Why You're Still Broke and How to Fix It. And it kicks off with a powerful idea: being broke. It isn't just about your salary.
Right. That's the key takeaway right up front.
Yeah, it's fundamentally about how you manage the money you have. The source even says, like, people making six figures can still be broke if they don't manage it well.
Exactly. And that's what's so compelling. It immediately busts that myth,
Yeah.
that your income alone decides if you're wealthy or not. It shifts the whole focus onto your behavior,
Yeah.
your financial habits. Often they matter more than the number on your paycheck. So our mission today really is to pull out the most actionable bits, the real nuggets of wisdom from this source. Stuff that can help you listening right now, maybe shift your mindset a bit and make some real changes, like a shortcut to getting savvier with your finances.
Okay, yeah, love that. And we're focusing on one specific article, right?
Yeah.
It breaks down 7 big money mistakes.
7 key ones.
And we're not just going to list them out. The goal is to really get into the fix-it strategies the source suggests. Practical steps, not just the problems.
Let's do it.
All right, first one. Mistake number 1, and boy, is this relatable. You spend everything you make.
Yes, the classic.
We all know it, right?
Yeah.
You work hard, you get paid, and that little voice goes, I deserve this. Treat yourself. And look, treating yourself isn't bad. But the source draws a line. If you consistently spend every dollar,
Yeah.
instead of putting some aside for the future, that's how you guarantee you never build actual wealth.
Yeah.
It's like pouring water into a bucket with a hole in it.
That's a great analogy. And if we zoom out, that's often let's call it the foundational leak, right? In so many people's financial lives. If every single dollar just goes straight out the door for today's wants,
Yeah.
then savings, investments, they never get a chance to even start. It's a habit. It prioritizes right now over later, maybe without even realizing it.
Okay, so it's fundamental. What's the fix then? How do we plug that leak?
The source's advice is, well, simple on the surface, but really effective. Pay yourself first.
Pay yourself first. Yeah.
And it's not just, oh, I'll try to save some money. It's about re-engineering how you think about your money flow. Treat savings and investments like a bill, a non-negotiable one.
Like rent or mortgage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Automate it if you can. Transfer the money before you even see it in your main account. That way you kind of bypass the whole willpower thing.
Clever. So it happens automatically.
Right. Wealth building by default, not by chance. It flips the script from spend, then save what's left, to save first, then figure out the rest.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so paying yourself first is huge. But what about where we keep our money? This brings us to mistake number 2, and this one might feel a bit counterintuitive. You trust banks too much.
Ooh, interesting. Go on.
Well, the source points out something pretty stark.
Yeah.
Banks, they often make money by keeping you in debt, not by making you rich. Think about it. High-interest credit cards, overdraft fees, monthly account fees, maybe loans that aren't great deals for you.
Right. Those are all profit centers for them.
Exactly. And those things can keep you stuck paying them instead of building your own wealth.
It's a really important point to understand. Banks are businesses, right? And their goals, well, they aren't always perfectly lined up with your goal of building wealth.
Doesn't sound like it.
They profit when you carry that credit card balance or dip into overdraft or take out loans. That dynamic, it can definitely trap people, paying interest, paying fees, constantly. It makes you stop and think, doesn't it? Like, are my banking habits actually helping me get ahead, or are they maybe holding me back?
Yeah, absolutely. You have to be conscious of it.
Understanding their model is key to navigating it wisely, so you're not just making them richer without realizing it.
So what's the fix here? Especially with credit cards, since they're so common.
The source gives a really clear, powerful solution. If you use a credit card, you have to pay it off. In full. Every single month. No exception.
Every month. Okay.
By doing that, you basically stop feeding them interest payments. You get the convenience, maybe the points, but you don't let it cost you extra. You use their money for a bit for free.
Taking back control. Making the card work for you, not the bank.
Precisely.
All right, good advice.
Yeah.
Let's move to mistake number 3. This flows nicely from saving. You don't invest.
Ah, the growth engine, or
Right.
lack thereof.
Exactly. The source says, look, saving money, good, crucial first step. We established that. But saving alone, it's not enough to actually get wealthy. Why? One word. Inflation.
The silent killer of savings.
Right. The
Yeah.
quiet thief. It just constantly eats away at your money's buying power if it's just sitting there.
Yeah.
In a regular savings account, think about what $100 buys today. It'll buy less next year. If your savings aren't growing faster than inflation, you're actually losing ground.
That is such a critical point. So many people are diligent savers, which is great, but they just stop there.
Yeah.
And what's really helpful is that the source actually gives a concrete structure, a framework for how you might allocate your money. It suggests something called the 75-15-10 rule. Heard of that?
75, 15, 10. Tell me more.
Okay, so the idea is aim to spend about 75% of your income, invest 15%, and save 10%.
Okay, spend 75, invest 15, save 10.
Yeah. It's a really practical target. It gives you clear buckets for your money, making sure you're not just saving, but actively growing your wealth over time, puts investing right there in the plan.
I like that. It makes investing feel less like this vague thing you should do and more like a specific piece of the puzzle. Very actionable.
Totally. Takes the guesswork out.
So the fix, then, for not investing. The source says just start, even small. Don't get intimidated thinking you need a fortune to begin.
Absolutely. Start small. Start now.
Yeah, invest in things like index funds. Those baskets of stocks. They give you broad exposure without needing to be a stock-picking genius.
Good. Diversified starting point.
Or real estate, if that's your thing. Or maybe even start a small business on the side. The main thing is just get the ball rolling. Understand compounding. Let your money work for you.
Let it grow.
Okay, mistake number 4. This one's a bit different, more psychological. You have a bad relationship with money.
The mindset piece. Crucial.
The source says money isn't evil, right? It's a tool. And if you don't learn how to use a tool, well, you're going to struggle with it.
Makes sense.
But it also touches on, like, complaining about rich people or feeling resentful about money. Why is our mindset such a big stumbling block?
Oh, it's huge. Our emotional connection or disconnection with money often dictates everything else. It's the invisible driver behind our choices. The source hits it spot on. If you avoid talking about money, if you resent it or resent people who have it, you create this massive psychological barrier.
Like you're pushing it away.
Exactly. It's like trying to build something amazing but refusing to touch the necessary tools because you think they're somehow bad or tainted. You end up complaining about the tools while nothing gets built.
Wow, okay.
So shifting that internal story, it's incredibly important. If you see money as dirty or something only other people deserve, you'll subconsciously sabotage your own efforts to earn it, keep it, grow it.
So the fix isn't a spreadsheet this time. It's internal work.
Pretty much. It's about shifting that mindset. Stop avoiding the topic. Stop resenting it. Start learning how to make money work for you. It's a proactive mental shift. Reframing money as a tool, a powerful one, for achieving your goals, not something to be scared of or angry about.
Powerful stuff. Okay, let's talk about mistake number 5. This one brings us back to brass tacks. You're not earning enough.
Right. The income side of the equation.
The source is blunt here. You can budget like crazy, cut expenses down to the bone. But if your income is just fundamentally too low, building wealth is going to be incredibly difficult, maybe impossible.
It acknowledges that reality. Budgeting has limits if the inflow isn't sufficient.
So for someone listening who feels genuinely stuck there, like I am budgeting, but there's just not enough coming in, what does the source suggest?
This is where being proactive really comes into play. Income is a major lever, right? And while cutting costs is vital, sometimes you hit a wall. The source really pushes back against just accepting your current income as fixed. It suggests the fix isn't always just about managing what you have better. Sometimes it's about actively growing your capacity to earn more.
Okay, so less passive acceptance, more active earning.
Precisely. It involves taking tangible steps to boost that earning potential.
And the source gives examples for the fix, right? Like learn new skills. Maybe take some online courses.
Yeah, upskill yourself.
Explore switching careers if yours isn't cutting it financially. Or start a side hustle.
Lots of options.
The core message feels really empowering, actually. It's like, hey, there's always a way to make more money if you actively look for it and invest in yourself. Your income isn't set in stone.
You have agency there. It's not just about defense, cutting costs, but also offense, increasing income.
Love that.
Yeah.
Offense and defense. Okay, mistake number 6. Another mindset one, but different. You think there's not enough money out there.
The scarcity mindset, it's a killer.
Yeah, the source really challenges this head on. It basically says, look, there is plenty of money in the world, tons of it.
Mm-hmm.
The real challenge isn't a lack of money overall, it's learning how to get your share, how to attract it. It's not a zero-sum game where someone else's gain is your loss.
That's a huge mental hurdle for many.
And it mentions the trap of comparing yourself to others, which just leads to feeling bad or envious instead of actually learning or getting inspired.
It's fascinating how the article frames this as shifting from like external blame, the system is rigged, to internal empowerment.
Right.
That scarcity view keeps you small. It makes you think wealth is finite. But the source suggests that focusing on improving your situation, creating value, understanding how money flows, that's actually the first step to attracting more. It's moving from there's not enough to, okay, how can I participate? How can I create more abundance for myself and maybe others?
So the fix is, well, it sounds simple, but probably isn't easy. Stop making excuses.
Yep. Cut the excuses.
Instead, get busy. Learn how money works.
Yeah.
Learn how to attract it, how to invest it wisely, how to create opportunities. Take responsibility.
It's about being proactive again.
Right.
Recognizing that often the biggest limits are the ones we put on ourselves with that scarcity thinking.
Okay, powerful. Now, the final one. Mistake number 7. And you could argue this is the most foundational mistake of all. Without fixing this, the rest is tough.
Let's hear it.
You don't track your money. Simple as that. If you don't know where your money is actually going, how on earth can you manage it? Or make it grow?
The blindfold approach to finance never works well.
Exactly. The source says most people spend way more than they think they do.
Yeah.
Just because they aren't paying attention to the little leaks, the daily drips.
Oh, absolutely. It's so easy to just swipe the card or tap the phone and poof, money gone, no real awareness.
Yeah.
The source is essentially saying you got to turn the lights on, see what's actually happening in your bank account. Stop treating it like a mystery. In thinking bigger picture, tracking isn't just about, feeling guilty about spending. It's about data. Yeah, getting the information you need to make informed decisions. It's step 1. You need to know your starting point, your reality. Where are the patterns? Where are the leaks? Only then can you consciously decide where you want your money to go instead of just wondering where it all vanished.
It's like trying to navigate without a map, right? You're just wandering.
Exactly. You'll never get to your destination efficiently until you know where you are right now.
So the fix is unavoidable.
Right.
You absolutely must start tracking your money.
No way around it.
And the source isn't saying you need some super complex accounting degree. Just gain awareness.
Start simple.
Use an app, use a spreadsheet, heck, use a notebook. Write down income, write down expenses, every little bit.
Get it down on paper or digitally.
It's not just for accountability.
Yeah.
It's so you can see it. See the leaks, cut the waste, and then consciously point that money toward your goals. Put it to work.
Awareness first, then action.
Okay, so we've covered the 7 big mistakes and their fixes. Let's pull it all together. What does this all mean for you listening right now? I think the big message from our source is pretty clear. Building wealth. It really comes down to making better choices with your money. It sounds simple, maybe too simple.
But often the simple things are the most powerful, aren't they?
True. It's a series of conscious decisions, not just about how much you earn, though that matters, but how you manage every single dollar. It's about clarity. And then taking deliberate action.
It really is powerful when you frame it like that, and it raises an important question for everyone listening. Out of these 7 mistakes we talked about, spending it all, trusting banks too much, not investing, the bad money mindset, maybe not earning enough, that scarcity thinking or not tracking, which one, or maybe 2, really resonates with your experience? Which one feels like, oof, yeah, that's me?
Identifying it.
And then which fix feels the most doable, the most approachable place for you to start? Because that self-reflection, that's where the change really kicks off.
That's a fantastic question to sit with. Because knowing the problem is half the battle, right?
Absolutely.
And just to build on that, here's one final thought to leave you with from this deep dive. What one small choice could you make, like today? Something to shift your financial path, even if it feels tiny right now.
The power of the small step.
Exactly. That
Yeah.
tiny ripple, that single decision. Maybe it's finally setting up that automated savings transfer. Maybe it's just downloading a tracking app. Maybe it's reading one article about index funds.
Anything, just one thing.
Yeah, that small action, it really can become a powerful wave over time, carrying you towards real financial freedom.
So think about it. Start that ripple. We'll catch you next time on The Deep Dive.